let's just get right into it, buddy. Titanic 666. Had you seen this before?
Are we talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, I would like to first, before we do this,
Apologize.
I would like to thank John Wansley's wife for giving me a wonderful inspiration
It's
in
her
choosing this movie called Titanic 666 because
All right.
she once told me this wonderful story of what she used to do to a roommate every Saturday morning. It's called getting served. I just served you all with this movie.
Serve them up Saturdays.
That's right. Serve them up Saturdays.
I like it. I like it.
She made them watch a terrible movie every Saturday.
Yep.
Every Saturday, she'd make people watch terrible movies.
I'm very into that.
But not
That's
this
great.
terrible. They wouldn't.
I mean,
watch
there's fun bad and there's bad, and this is that.
See,
that one. This is that
we'll
one.
get into this. Is
I
it really?
It wasn't
Your podcast.
unwatchable.
Okay, let's start off. Okay, so this is a to-be original made by Asylum Films.
Yeah, the worst production company that's ever.
We
done
all
anything.
know what Asylum does.
Transmorphers is what they do.
That's right. They do Transmorphers.
Now,
and
before we get in, did they do? Is this a sequel to Titanic 2? Because
this
they made
is
Titanic
the sequel to Titanic 2. That is
okay.
correct.
Okay.
That is why this is Titanic 3.
All right.
Yeah, they
Or
did. They
Titanic
mentioned it
666.
somewhere. There was some in the dialogue that this.
The
is
name of the
Titanic
boat
3,
is Titanic
which,
3.
Right. Which threw me off. And,
Right.
You know.
And just knowing their
that was
shitty
at
back
least, that was
catalog.
at least my worries with this shit.
So yes. Okay, come on. I mean, you guys are gonna dog the special effects, gonna dog the production,
the acting,
but come on,
camera work.
Come on. We knew going in with as soon as that Asylum logo comes on, you either get Asylum's greatest hit of Sharknado, or you get Transmorphers. Yeah, that's Asylum.
Oh. Well,
I mean, they use that that recycle CGI blood squib that they love to use in every single Asylum.
Well, let's dive into it then.
Let's
Frank.
dive into it.
Yeah. So this just came out hot off the presses. A summary: dark forces from the deep rise to the surface, terrorizing all aboard the Titanic 3 and threaten to repeat one of history's greatest disasters. Written by Jacob Cooney, who wrote Three-Headed Shark Attack, Five-Headed Shark Attack, and Flight 666. Also written by Jason White, who did Scarecrow from 2002, if you remember that, from the video stores, and Death Club 2022, and Demon Pride, I guess, whatever those are. Directed by Nick Lyon, who did Species, The Awakening, Rise of the Zombies, and Isle of the Dead. Jason, did they release this in any way?
I couldn't find any tagline.
I mean, A Species Awakening is the third or fourth Species movies that was a sci-fi original, if I remember right. In it's I think it's the fourth.
Frank, who's the director for this film?
Nick Lyon.
Yeah, so this guy was he clearly did a bunch of sci-fi channel movies. Like, I think that was in his wheelhouse. I briefly looked at his Wikipedia, and it is rough.
But I mean, that's what Asylum does.
Yeah, Asylum was the probably the main production company of sci-fi.
Yeah, I think it was one of them until Universal decided to buy them out, and now
they're just Roger Cormaning it up, like
exactly.
Just filling them out, man.
Jason, back to you.
So what was the last to-be original that we watched?
Hellblazers. That's why I gave this so much credit.
Okay, much. Well, okay.
That was RJL, whatever. That was a way different production.
That's a different company. That's the low tier Lionsgate.
But no, I did not see any physical media.
It will be, though. Asylum releases everything.
Oh no, this movie's coming out in Walmart in a couple.
Yeah,
of weeks.
it'll be in my store. I work
$5 bin and Walmart.
When just bucket of shit.
That's right. The bucket of shit. You stick your hand in. Surprise!
Like $8.
I got gum.
Yeah. So, anyways, The cast, there's a couple highlights here I want to talk about. Keisha Sharp, who plays the captain. She's evidently a regular on that Empire series. I've never watched it. And she played Murtaugh's wife on the Lethal Weapon TV show.
Yeah, she was really
great
good.
on that.
So that seems a little above this.
That was a show.
Now, here's one that Dave messaged me about earlier. Lydia Hearst. Do you guys know who she is at all? She's a millionaire. She's an heiress.
Hearst would be
like the
would
Hearst?
Be the,
Yeah,
would be the
yes.
name.
The famous Hearst?
Yes.
She's married to Chris Hardwick.
Yes.
She's married to Chris
she is
Hardwick. Her family
like Citizen
owns a
Kane
castle.
Hearst.
Wow.
Yes.
Why would she be in this movie? Why would she ever? He says she's big into horror movies, but so am I.
She is. I honestly like. She's always like made herself like she presents herself as an actress, and I have no idea why she would accept a project like this.
Like
because it is like
she was the one that was.
She was the witch. She was like the crone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I read her thing.
Yeah.
And
she was the one that touched the violin. The guy was like, "Don't touch my violin."
Yeah.
She's like some sort of supermodel. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's Chris.
She doesn't ever have to work again ever in her life. Her family.
So what else is she gonna do? Let's go be in a movie.
I guess, but be in a better one. She could buy her way into a better movie. She
was in the Cabin Fever, whatever it was. It was like the third or fourth sequel of Cabin Fever.
Road Rash.
And then she yeah. I think I'm not sure which one. I know she was in a Cabin Fever movie. And there's very other similar like direct-to DVD, very like schlocky horror pictures that she decided to be into. And that's just so strange to me. Yeah, and like yeah, I mean, maybe she loves it, but like, come on, like you got connects, girl.
She doesn't need connections. Her net worth is $100 million. She could make a movie.
She can do it
better than
by the pool.
Yeah. If she loves horror so much, she could go
wild.
hire. She could handpick the best
buy
people.
Asylum.
Yeah, she could buy Asylum. Yeah. But the last highlight I have is Annalyn McCord, who I remember her from Nip Tuck.
She was also in the 90210 reboot.
I missed that one, but
she was a huge role in that one.
She plays a really annoying character in this, and I was pulling for them to die first. Unfortunately, it was by force magic. Like every other kill in this almost every kill in this is force like force powers used to kill people, but like this movie you would think was made in the early 2000s if it weren't for her character live streaming all the time, which is a character that I always hate. When they have a character that's live streaming or doing something that is marking it in this shitty time period, I hate it. I just don't like it at all.
That's also
so you gave it a strike right away. Now,
oh well, yeah. There's a lot of strikes right away.
Okay, before we move on, because we're going to stay with her for a second. I sent you a fun little clip of her talking about the role. Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm going to be streaming everything off of YouTube because the sites I used to download have been getting shut down a lot.
Okay.
So
this is a hilarious clip, in my opinion, of how excited she was to get this role.
Okay, let's see here. Okay.
Which is why I did Titanic 666. So I fell in love with the film Titanic, decided I wanted to be an actress as a result, and also went down a rabbit hole for an entire year as a 10-year-old, learning every fact there was to know about the original Titanic, its history, its making, like the maiden voyage, all the things. And so when I was offered the film, I didn't even read the script. I literally was just like, yes, I will be doing this movie. My team's like, you should read the script first. I was like, nope, no, I'm doing this movie. My inner child was like, that's amazing. And we drove up to the Queen Mary, which is where we filmed it, and I was just like, my inner child was literally going like, what? It was just so much fun. So
not even read the script. This is what was so amazing of this actress.
And no method acting either.
Okay,
this is what cracks me up about this actress.
This is that human being.
Is that Annalyn McCord?
Yeah, I want a quick poll. Do you think that's pills or or just drunk?
None.
No,
That's
no,
the
I
thing.
think that's
that's just
good
her.
salesmanship.
That's the thing
That's
about
good
this
salesmanship. I don't
That's
know.
the thing.
That's just
if,
money.
If you go down the rabbit hole of this actress, which again I followed her because I did like that 90210 reboot, and she plays the total. Yeah, I don't care. I'll fucking call myself.
Hey man,
out.
you like whatever you like.
I like whatever I
laugh
like.
at it.
That's right. What's crazy is you go down the rabbit hole of this actress. Okay, she's met the Dalai Lama not once, not twice, but half a dozen times.
Wow.
She thinks she's higher than anybody in the world.
She seems higher than anybody in the world.
You heard in the beginning where she said, when I was homeschooled at age 10.
The thing about her character in the movie is it reminds me of the couple in the Banana Splits movie who do that better.
I agree.
You know what I'm talking about?
I agree with you, and that's it. But again, this movie, if like I said, if you take aside the whole, hey, we're live streaming and all of that, this is a 90s horror film, or this is a typical, hey, don't step on the Indian burial ground, or bad shit's gonna happen to you. The spirits are going to come and attack you. That's the underlying basis of this movie. And that's why I really enjoyed it, because
you enjoyed this.
I did.
You have got yourself convinced. There's no other. This is like when people eat like like vegan food, and they're like,
no,
just like the.
I'm gonna say
this is just like turkey.
This is like a bacon. This is like bacon.
But am I saying this is the greatest horror film I've seen in a long time?
Bottom 10.
Fuck no.
Bottom 10.
Fuck
For
no.
what we've done on this show, bottom 10.
Bottom 10.
Yeah, man.
It was nearly unwatchable.
But
really
did it
was.
serve my purpose? Did it serve my purpose? Were you all served?
Well,
Were you all like,
oh, hey, how about once in a while we watch something we all like, John Paul?
Served on a silver
the next time, I promise you, the next time I come on your show, I will bring you something you enjoy. I've got a couple of fun trailers that I think you might enjoy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
But
let's first review the movies.
Yeah,
let's do that.
The first 20 minutes are boring as fuck. Then we're treated to one of the longest, cringiest rituals out of any movie that I've ever seen. And Lydia Hurst's delivery is just a harsh treatment on the old eardrums, isn't it? I mean, she's just screeching through that whole. Why is it so long, too? I don't understand.
It's 90 minutes.
Not the movie, the ritual.
Oh, the ritual.
Okay. The ritual takes forever. It's like 15 of those 90.
I agree. There was definitely parts of this movie that I'm just like, come on, let's move on.
A lot of it. I'm not a fan of the way they digitally remove the eyes of ghosts in shitty movies like this. It's way more work than it's worth. Put some cheap context in it. It'll be way more effective, or do nothing. Just make them look black and white or whatever.
I was going to say practical as opposed to CG is definitely better for this.
Put some of that dust that Rob Zombie puts on him, put that on him, and then that's fine, right? Put a little smoke machine in.
They also CG generated an engine room and a life preserver at one point.
Yeah.
This movie cost $10.
It's like it's like
Asylum.
It's Asylum.
But why CGI a life preserver? I don't know. Have someone on the other side fucking banging it. I don't know.
Because it's easier to just type it on.
I bet those are expensive
than it is to buy.
If you're looking for a big nice
outsourcing
real
animation.
Yeah, you either got to make it out of nothing or you got to buy a real one. And
is there a budget? Is there budget info on this movie?
There's not much info at all.
Okay.
No, there is.
Unfortunately, there isn't.
No, but
I was even looking for a budget. But I mean, guessing what would we guess?
10,000 bucks.
Oh, come on.
I'd say more than that.
All right, I'm gonna say like 2 million.
This is totally low
That's
tier.
Closer. That's closer.
Yeah, low tier.
Maybe 1.5 ish.
101. Yeah, 1.5. I like that.
Yeah. And again, yes, we know that this is going to end up in Walmart at the $5 bin. It's going to end up in Sci-Fi Channel probably this fall.
It'll be on one of those 4-pack of movies. That's
shit. Check it out. So I Googled it. The budget, at least for Titanic 2, was $500,000.
Okay, so this is probably 275.
You think they got more for this one or less?
I think I got less.
Wow!
No,
wow!
man.
We totally overshot it.
So see, look, that's a compliment, right? Like
there you go. We're paying the movie a compliment.
They must have had $1.5 million for
Boy,
it.
they made this look like a couple million.
They also didn't have any stars in it.
Look, it had 90210 girl.
Well, she certainly thinks she's a star. That's for sure.
You know, that's what I'm saying. She thinks
I thought
she's a star.
Annalyn McCord was like the name of in it.
Yeah, it is.
I had no idea about Lydia Hurst. That's just
she built on
out on that.
And I don't know if you noticed throughout the movie, Lydia Hurst's character, Preggers.
Oh no!
They tried really. There's a couple scenes. She's just like, there's nothing here to see, guys.
That actually that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically all the CGI shit looks like it came out of Polar Express. I fucking hated it.
Oh no, see that's
you thought it was that good?
That's too good.
That's
again, this is 90s. This is 90s horror.
Food fight CGI. I thought there was some good stuff and terrible stuff happening during the violin player sequence. That's the only time where I was like, there's some cool editing going on here. And it was just all the editing. It was the way that they kind of flickered the ghost standing around. It was like something, you know, I was trying to come up with something, kind of give it a Silent Hill sort of vibe, but God.
I think my favorite parts were the end with the commotion as they're leaving the lifeboats and all that. That was some cool shit. No, okay.
Too little, too late. The first moment I enjoyed in this thing was the beheading of the maintenance guy in the bowels of the ship, because it's the first actual kill in the film. The other two were force killed. You know, whatever happened,
right?
And it looks kind of cool for what it is. It's the first time I appreciated anything in this movie. They missed an opportunity here. Everybody knew it was going to be bad. They should have leaned into it, made it like way less serious. These people were trying to make a good movie, I believe. They should have amped up the camp. And did the actors not know they were in a bad movie? That's the real question, because
you saw that interview.
No.
She was excited to be in Titanic.
No, man.
Didn't bother to read the script.
But we needed a lot more of that ending shit. We needed a lot more people getting smashed with lifeboats. We needed a lot more crazy shit like Sharknado level stuff.
Well, I mean, it's also, there's parts of this movie that kind of gives me vibes of like Ghost Ship. I mean,
I could see it.
You know, Ghost Ship even had some cheese to it.
Ghost Ship has a good beginning.
Like
one of the best.
Better.
I understand Ghost Ship's far superior.
Ghost Ship rules.
Yeah, and Ghost Ship also came from a real studio.
Ghost Ship, it has that good beginning, right? Is that what we're talking about? Where good beginning, and then nothing else happens, right? Like no, it's like one of the best.
Oh yeah, they blew their wad up right into opener. They're like, listen, this is how it's gonna be.
This is how it's gonna
be. Right.
Enjoy it.
It was
this is our budget right here. Everything else is just our contract.
But I guess my main issue with this movie overall is I don't know who the target demographic is. It's not fans of the 90s Titanic film. It's not for fans of ghost movies. It's not for fans of film in general, I'd wager. I think the only people who might enjoy this thing are people who enjoy all movies because there's color and there's sound happening at the same time.
It was definitely a movie.
It's not the bottom of the barrel. This isn't Dream Maniac or Streets Run Red or The Oregonian even. The writing's bad. The acting's even worse. And the makeup effects are like early Sci-Fi Channel. It's a 3 for me. So
that's you gave it higher than what I thought you was going to. I'll make this quick. Not a lot to say about this. At least nothing good. The acting's bad. The story's even dumb for what it is. Like I see Titanic 666. I'm expecting like a little bit of humor. Like it's not going to be a good movie, so at least entertain me. And this was neither. The effects are bad. Looks like it could be an app on a phone. Like I've seen just as good of stuff. I've looked way cooler as a zombie or something my kid has done. Unfortunately, I had to waste 90 minutes of my Saturday on this. This is something I never would have watched if I didn't have to watch it for this. Definitely won't be watching it again. This is avoid. Do not recommend. Do not watch. Skip it. I agree with Frank. It's not the worst that we've seen on here, but it might be in the top or the bottom 10 of the movies.
Ooh, I feel honored.
It's a 2 for me. John?
Yeah, so I knew as soon as I saw the Asylum logo, I was like, all right, strap in. Let's endure. Let's endure. It took me 3 times to watch it.
Me too.
Because I fell asleep.
Yep.
During like 2 of them.
It's like NyQuil.
Yeah. It's a comfort film.
Yeah, I guess.
So
it's that kind of comfort.
It's not.
It's like the wrong word.
It was boring.
Well,
it's like if you ate
you
it.
ask who needs to see this
boring.
movie. Somebody who can't sleep.
Watch a lecture on YouTube.
If you want to fall asleep like you ate 6 pounds of mashed potatoes, watch this fucking movie.
Boom.
Yeah, dude.
It's the food coma of horror.
Drink some Benadryl. Shit.
But yeah, I mean, I knew what the effects were gonna look like, you know. It was very generic. It's like they took maybe the base model in some whatever program, dirtied them up a little bit, did a little bit of mesh editing, and then you get your ghost. The whole, you know, I'm gonna freeze you out with my forced breath and stuff. The violin thing was cool. You were right. That was cool. Honestly, and the acting didn't really get on my nerves. That was the one thing that I thought was all right. I was like, all right, they're really trying, and none of it's coming off as hokey to me. I was like, all right, you know, it's a B movie, so but they're acting not too bad. You know, there's way worse acting.
He's being nice.
No, I mean, all I'm saying is it didn't get on my nerves. It didn't get on my nerves. So it's not like I'm watching a bad movie, but at least maybe something will happen. I didn't get the whole Lydia Hearst's revenge. Is that all it is? She was just getting revenge for her grandparents and
Very
then
much.
desecrating
the great grandparents. Again, it's the whole,
just like in real life.
Yeah, it's the whole stepping on burial grounds. It's the same cliche that you've seen before.
I just really felt like with a name like 666,
demons would show up
Satan.
or something.
Yeah,
not just ghosts.
I don't care if they were bad CG demons. You know what you're getting. It's the Asylum. They're nuts.
right, and that's it. That's all we need.
Yeah. If you're gonna watch this, it's the Asylum. You know what you're getting. You're getting Sharknado style stuff. So watch it if you want. Don't watch it. I don't care. I'm not recommending it. But I ended up giving it a 3. I gave it a 3 as well. It was definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it took me 3 times to watch it. And by the time I made it to the end, I was like, what? That's it?
Totally not worth it. Ray?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys hit all the points. I won't spend too much time. Terrible CGI, awful acting, stupid plot. Typing on a laptop to stop the core from melting. A laptop that clearly has nothing to do with the core melting. Just ridiculous bullshit. Overall, I hated it until the last 30 minutes. And I liked that everybody died. And I was like,
we're gonna hit the iceberg.
I'll give it a 4 out of 10. At least spoiler alert. It was not something I would normally watch. But it is what it is. I killed, like Jason said, I killed 90 minutes on my Saturday. So
John Paul keeps doing that to you, doesn't he? Like He had a whole show, and that's what he did every episode. Oh, but Dave.
I mean, I don't necessarily want my life reimbursed for watching this, but I don't think anyone should endure this at all. It was fucking trash. I mean, I tried to mine some gems from it. Did anyone catch that bald corporate security guy?
Oh yeah,
All right. So I had a couple things about what he looked like. I have a male Tilda Swinton.
All right.
Derek Mears with an IV meth problem. Grew from Despicable Me when the minions fuck with him too much. And David Bowie, but instead of making music, he listens to Joe Rogan.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. That guy fascinated me. I don't know why. Like, they obviously picked him because he looks strange. And, like, he only had certain parts in the movie. And that's, like, the only thing that I was like, that guy looks really fucking weird. So,
he's in one of the
check out the show. Check out the show.
Is he really?
Oh, okay. If you ever seen it, check out the show Banshee. It's like a crime
That's good.
All right.
thing.
I will.
Yeah,
I will. Does he say
words? He was that albino inmate.
Yes, he
Kept
was.
fucking with that guy.
Yes, he
Cool.
was.
Kept fucking with that guy. So he was like really albino. He's super pale, and he was fucking jacked in that.
Guy looked like a maniac. I mean,
now you make me want to see.
I liked him. I thought he did all right.
You say
he's fine. He just looked fucking weird, man. Like that was just like that guy looks. That guy is very interesting. I'm glad.
I think he might also have alopecia.
You saying that he looked really albino makes me want to see a guy who's
He's
just
the whitest man on earth.
Just a little.
Dude, he looks like fucking powder.
I just got
he
the
was that white.
He looked like albino eyeballs.
He was also about.
He was Caucasian.
He was like, jacked, but also like skinny. He looked fucking weird. I don't know, man.
He looked like that guy.
Yeah.
He'd be a good like monster type creature.
Yeah. And my other question is, do you think James Cameron knows about this movie?
100% he does not.
Yeah. Well, no,
he does not.
I promise you someone sent him the trailer.
Yeah. Like I'm sure he's aware. He just doesn't care.
Like he's obviously not making Avatar right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really busy making 5 sequels to a movie nobody gives a shit about anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think he's doing right now? Like literally right now. So
for this episode to come out.
I assume it's in LA. It's like 7 p.m. in LA. He's making a grilled cheese sandwich, or
he ain't making shit for himself.
He's in an aquarium right now.
He's in an aquarium filming the next 3 Avatar movies.
Yeah. He's watching jellyfish.
Oh, they're so good though, aren't they? Though, like the first one was so good, and then this new one's going to be great. I think we can all agree. We'll all be there in person.
No, I will be there in person. No, I literally will.
I will stream it.
I never even watched the first one. I just think it's funny how anytime it comes up, there's always that guy that's like, it's brilliant. Like, all right.
I saw it in 3D and it was awesome. When it was re-released with the extra footage, I thought it was cool. It was a really cool cinematic experience. So I really dug that, but fuck you, Unobtainium. Fuck you. That is the worst goddamn name or something.
I had never
with my favorite actor in the world, Giovanni Ribisi.
I love him. He's amazing.
He's
a great actor. Yeah.
After this, we're gonna play a fun game.
I've never seen a 3D movie since that looked like that.
Mm-hmm. Do they even make 3D movies anymore?
Gravity is the best 3D movie.
Gravity was close, but the thing about Avatar is it was like watching it through a window. It had layers. Gravity had parts like that, but
like an onion
movie. yeah, like an onion.
Anyways, let's get back on track.
All right.
And then so it's not even about the movie, but this is also about Tubi. Like this movie being a Tubi original, Tubi has an Alexandria library It's a behemoth in streaming. Come on, guys. We all know it, you know. And I figured anyone that is a Tubi user is a tubophile.
Oh, hey.
And we should all be we should all be put on a list.
Lands.
Tubi files? Come on. I'm starting.
No, it
I want
sounds like
to be my horn.
Sounds like something weird.
Tubeists.
What's your rating of the movie, Dave?
Like a 0.5.
All right.
Wow.
I hated the shit. I'm sorry.
Wow.
John Paul, go ahead. Tell
Okay.
us.
Yes.
Tell us.
Okay.
I want to know what you gave it, because Jesus.
Okay, so like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I didn't say it was the greatest movie ever. But again, like everybody, we've talked about it. It's Asylum. We know going in what this is going to be. And again, out of 10, is this a 10? Absolutely not. Is this anywhere an 8 or a 7, a 6? No. This is like a 4.5. Plain and simple. It's a 4.5. Yes. Do I also agree that some of the CGI, because after a while it got really old, really fast? Yes. But there's just, I don't know. There's just something about like cheesy 90s like schlock that I enjoy.
This year.
I understand. We are currently living in a time where people reminisce of 20 years ago. When we were kids.
Yeah, make a Psycho Gorman.
They were trying to make a
That's what
horror.
you know.
No, Psycho Gorman is 80s. That's different.
Right, okay.
I
make a fucking Dr. Giggles. What the hell?
Right.
I mean,
and I guarantee that Asylum has a version of Dr. Giggles.
No,
or something
they don't. They have a version
like
of Dr. Goggles, and it's not good.
It's not good.
Dr. Goggles.
But yeah, okay. It's a 4.5. It's not like, again, the ending, the last 30 minutes are the most enjoyable parts of this movie. I also really did enjoy Captain Rose. I think she was the best actress out of all of them in this movie.
Definitely.
But yeah, will I watch this movie again? No.
Why did they make her look like such a dipshit though?
I don't know.
Because they put on that big stupid hat.
Yeah.
Like for why?
I agree with you. My other like major gripe, and I don't know if we got, when they kept saying corporate this and corporate that, I don't know why, but it just bothered me because it got me back to like when I used to work at call centers or whatever, and they'd say, hey, you have to do this because corporate tells you to. And I'm like, fuck you.
It would also be more interesting if they explored that. Like,
right, but they're not going to explore corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate is Asylum themselves saying, hey, the budget's getting kind of high. Do something.
Yeah. I bet the corporate entities at the Asylum are the worst fucking people. And that's just speculation, but I bet if you look at the top of Asylum, there's some guy with just a big marble desk sitting there like, we're putting too much money into these goddamn motion pictures.
It's probably a descendant of Roger Corman or Charles Band. Come on.
Yeah. Like the bad version, like the Gonzo version of
right.
Do it again, but only make it less interesting.
With less intensity.
If they're awake, they'll know it's bad. If they fall asleep, we'll still have their money.
But exactly, you didn't pay for this. That's the thing.
Oh, I
did not pay for this.
It would be my first letter writing experience if
I paid for it with my soul. So
yeah. We all paid for it. We all watched it for 119 minutes.
Hey, all I have to do is thank John Wansley's wife again for inspiring me to serve you all.
Well,
thank
you very much.
What did you gave
thank you for your service.
4.5.
All right.
Yeah, again, it's not
I knew what this was gonna be.
I knew what this was gonna be. Exactly.
We all did.